This video is still a loneliness video, but I'm doing my hair because I have to film, I have to do all the things, and so I'm gonna do my hair and we're gonna talk. Hi, my name is Mayan. This is the Bounce Back Widow channel, and here we help widows learn to live well after loss. Make sure you stay tuned till after the video, all the way to the end, so that you can get the free gift that I have for you in this video. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell so I'll know to send you all the updates that are coming up soon. So, I don't know if we know each other this well right now, but like, if we, if you feel like you don't know me like this yet to like watch me do my hair, then like go to a different video because I'm like really professional and in my office in the other videos. But this video is still a loneliness video, but I'm doing my hair because I have to film, I have to do all the things, and so I'm gonna do my hair and we're gonna talk because this video is about the loneliness of going through grief and this part of this midlife part of life, this perimenopause, this menopause, part of life that, seems like it wasn't really meant to handle heavy grief. Like we thought we were supposed to be, a lot more elderly going through this. So that's what this is about. And do my hair with me. So, yes, this is curly hair. It is all mine. It's about that long. I know y'all don't care, but this is what doing curly hair looks like. Anyway, this video, like I said, it's about dealing with perimenopause, and the reason I wanted to do this is because it's not talked about. I just finished having a conversation with one of my former clients who is like a friend still, like right now, like we still talk, and she was saying that it's really lonely going through grief and this at the same time, because we, as I was widowed at 27. So it's not so much midlife for me that I was going through the heavy part of the grief, but the readjustment back into life and the figuring out what you're going to do next, that was pretty hard for me then at 27, because it's like I was still in a space where I was figuring things out. Now I'm in a space where like I have had to, because of all of the things I went through with childbirth and all the things that women just go through, and anxiety disorder and low iron that was undiagnosed for years. It was building a life around that, and I had to really think about what does happiness around that, with those things in mind, look like for me. And it was lonely because people didn't understand that. Not just people, but like my life didn't understand that. The way my job was set up. So we're not talking about, oh, I don't care what people think about me. We're talking about like how your life is set up when you are, suddenly widowed. Like it doesn't have this in mind. It doesn't have grief in mind. It doesn't have, permanent emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
In mind, built in. So you have to build it in yourself. And you're like, oh, Maya, but you're 15 years out. At that time, 15 years ago, it was hard, and it's still hard now. Like, it's a lot easier because I have built in certain things. Like right now, for years back then, I started working from home because I was like, I can't. It wasn't like an immediate option, but every time that option was available, because I was a contractor, I took it. I took it because with the emotions and hormones and with anxiety disorder and grief all wrapped into one, and then trying to parent 2 kids at the same time, and even, maybe be in a relationship or like have a life sometimes, like it was not conducive to the grief, like, or the grief was not conducive to those lives, or those things about my life, those pieces of my life. It wasn't conducive to trying to parent without overreacting. It wasn't helpful to try and get enough sleep that I needed for work to be out in the publics. It wasn't like, it wasn't helpful for relationships where I'm like constantly looking for an escape from my life and, constantly still going through a lot of the grief parts. So it just wasn't working for me. So I had to make those types of changes. And those types of changes are not just hard for people to understand, because again, we're in that I don't care what people think thing, but it's hard to do when nobody understands, because that means you have to figure out this logistics of changing your life by yourself. You have to, because no one's going to help you. Everybody feels like, oh, it's just grief, you'll get over it. But they don't realize you're also dealing with all the physical symptoms of grief, all the anxiety that comes later, the basically scales falling off of your eyes because now you're not living like there's no tomorrow. Like there's a lot going on in there. And back to my point about perimenopause, even though I've set up my life to be conducive to going through that too, a lot of us have not. A lot of widows, a lot of my clients I'm noticing are just in the beginning of grief, going through perimenopause, and they have not had a chance to set their lives up so that it works. And so that's where, I find a lot of the best work that I do is in helping people sort that out, helping them, be that help that I didn't have. Because while you have support and you have people that, can, once you know what you need, can do those things without asking questions or without treating you like, you're babying yourself or whatever thing, that's nice, but you still need a support system that gets it. Because when you don't, you wind up feeling very lonely. It's extremely lonely and sometimes depressing to be the only one that can advocate for, understand, and figure out what life is going to be like now after loss. It is what it is. And so that's just what I wanted to talk about today. Really pretty much the loneliness of that. It's very lonely. You feel like no one understands, so you have nobody to talk to. You feel like, with perimenopause specifically, you feel like your hormones are getting the best of you and your body is betraying you. So while you're over here trying to, do what people expect and do what your livelihood, your job and your kids, not just people, but what your life expects, while you're over here trying to do this, now your body is against you. Now your body is like, heifer, I'm not doing any of the things that I used to do. I'm not interested in any of that, actually. I'm going to cause headaches and aches and pains and make it seem like it's something that, no one has ever heard of, because nobody talks about perimenopause like that, or menopause in general. All you hear about is hot flashes. You don't hear that people are itchy. People are like more than just irritable. There's stuff that I'm hearing that there's muscle problems, nerve issues, anxiety, like on 10 where it wasn't before. On 10 where it wasn't before, and just like, and it doesn't get, like, I'm hearing it doesn't get better, like, oh, you go through a year or two of this and then it's over. Like, oh no, this is just the prequel. Perimenopause, oh, this is just the prequel. And then you actually lose the estrogen, and that transition is apparently traumatic to your body, apparently, because like the body like goes through some real BS. Like, I am not looking forward to menopause at all, but I am definitely feeling like I'm in the space of that, and then and that's what I'm dealing with. And in this space, I'm dealing with it in actually an ideal space, because I have the support. I've already built, the life that it would take to sustain everything I'm going through. I'm blessed to still have my mom around to help. The part that everybody thinks, oh, you're all good now because you're remarried. Being remarried helps, but before that, I still had to. Before that is when I built the system, the support system that would help me. And most of it was me. Most of it was me knowing what I needed, or figuring out what I needed and knowing where to get it from. And basically sucking it up when it came to, working a job I didn't really like anymore. I did it anyway because I knew that it afforded me the lifestyle that would be conducive to my grief and my anxiety, that would allow me to work from home, allow me to, do the things and be the kind of mom that my kids deserve, to be around, to be available, and to be able to have slow mornings if I needed to, or to be able to have someone else pick them up if I needed to. So absolutely, the support system of other people was there, but when you don't know what you need for you, that's hard to do, because now you're looking to other people to fill in those spaces, or hoping they will, and you're disappointed because they have no idea what you need. They can't understand. They can't relate to this perimenopause that you're going through. So they figure, the type of help that they're imagining should be enough, should be sufficient, should be everything. And you're just being ungrateful and dramatic at this point, right? And so, in this space that I'm in now, it's helpful to have already built it, but that's where I think you know, I was blessed to have built it so that I could help other people build it. And that's pretty much why I do what I do, because I want to be what I didn't have. What took me so long to do because I didn't have it. And so that is that's that. One conversation I want to open up is, what are we doing about it? You know, is it supplements? Is it exercise? Is it yoga? Is it more faith? Like, what are we doing about it? I would love to have a discussion about it in the comments, because at this point, I am not only navigating it myself, but trying to help other people navigate the perimenopause and build the support system they need for themselves. So I can help you with the support system, but as far as the perimenopause, I'm going through that myself. I don't know. I have tried hormones, and my body was like, no ma'am, no ma'ams and sirs, buy 2 tickets away from me, because that didn't work at all. I had Mirena, you know, the IUD, and those hormones, just those low dose hormones of themselves, wrecked my system, and I was having the anxiety attacks so much more severely, and it didn't work for my job, you know, for my needing to be a mom. None of that. It was not helpful. So I'm not interested in HRT. Plus I have fibroids. So in case you didn't know that, if you have fibroids, you're not a candidate for HRT, or at least that's what I'm hearing from other women. So I'm not a doctor, so maybe check that out for yourself. But yeah, so what are we doing? Are we changing our diets? Are we working out? What are the shakes? Are we drinking shakes? Like, what are we doing? Because I would love to have a discussion about that with somebody who has been through it and has had grief on top of it to manage, and can tell a sister, because that's where I'm at. What I have been doing so far that has kind of been okay for me, and then again, you know, I am my particular things, if this is the same for you, then maybe this will be helpful for you, is I have low iron. I have an iron deficiency. I'm not anemic, but I do have an iron deficiency to the point where I have to have infusions yearly, which I'm so glad they're just yearly. This year they hurt for me. It was very painful, so I had to split up my injection dates. So it's time again. It's been 6 months. It's time again. But that alone isn't everything. The iron is, you know, the iron deficiency makes me tired, and you know, with my job as a life coach, ain't nobody got time to be tired. Ain't nobody got time for that. My job as a mom, ain't nobody got time for that. I have 3 children. 2 are one is in college. Well, one is just graduated from college. The other one is on his way to college, and the other one is 7. Okay? So like, ain't nobody got time for me to be tired. And I have, you know, just a lot. I want to have a life, you know? And so there's that. So I have to do the infusions. I also have found that Cheerios, don't look at me like that. I found that the multi-grain Cheerios have all the iron you need in one whole day, right? So they have been very helpful in maintaining my iron levels between infusions. So that has been great. Like, I'm gonna do another video about my health because I just realized it's a whole other conversation. And I know that being female means a lot of, because I share this with my clients, means a lot of us have the same symptoms, a lot of us have the same things going on. And so I'm gonna share, comment below if you're interested in what it's like to try and use supplements and use food, use natural ways to fight through iron deficiency, UTIs, kidney stones, fatigue, and anxiety. Let me know in the comments if that's what you want to know about, because I will totally do a whole series about what I do to try and stay alive, basically. All right, y'all. That's all I have. I'm gonna be right back because I'll show you what my hair looks like at the end, and so I'll be right back.
So hey, this is the finished product. I'm finished doing my hair, and thanks for hanging out with me. I am gonna go film now, and this conversation was really necessary. We need to have it. We need to talk about menopause, perimenopause, midlife crisis. What do you do when that's compounded with grief? I think I'm going to do another video on that. Let me know if you'd like to talk about that too. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching. You stayed till the end, so you get the free gift. Our free gift for this video is the Next You Widow Network group. You get a free trial, free for 7 days. It's our private membership community for widowed women who are ready to move from just surviving to intentionally rebuilding and thriving. Inside the network, members receive monthly live sessions, coaching, and real talk for real-life widowhood. Prayer and devotionals, mini courses, giveaways, exclusive discounts. This is ongoing sisterhood, and you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're newly grieving or years past your loss and wondering what's next, this is your place to land, grow, and rise. I'll see you there.